Hello, I'm author Denise Turney. I'm the author of the book Love Pour Over Me, which is available in ebook and print format. And you can also read excerpts at chistel.com, and it's CHISTELL.com. And you're watching a chistel.com YouTube channel session. And today's session is titled Your Roadmap to Success. Your Roadmap to Success. And your roadmap to success is different than someone else's. Everybody's roadmap to success is different. And key point, we all have different things that we're passionate about. But I believe all of our passions have the very same core purpose, and that's to bring us together and to let us know that we actually are connected. One thing you can't do, and it cannot be done, you cannot be successful alone. It doesn't mean you got to be in a crowded room with other people to be successful. Nobody, not even a hermit, can pull that off. You're going to need other people some type of way, whether it's some energetic way, whether it's online, offline. You need people to buy things, you need people word of mouth. You're just not going to be successful by yourself. I wouldn't even bother trying. So your roadmap to success, how are you going to get from where you are to where you want to be? If you've ever been in a mall or in an apartment complex looking for a friend or someone, you may have seen the signs, you are here. And then you have to look for where you want to be, and then how are you going to get there? We often will create a plan or a roadmap to get what we're seeking. Generally is something that we think is either going to relieve stress, cause us to feel a sense of relief. And people sometimes do drugs, alcohol, different things to feel this letting go, this relief of pressure or of stress. Or even better, what's better is to go after joy. And sometimes we start with wish, hope, happiness, and then we get to joy and peace. Some of us look again for that sense of relief, then comfort, then we start looking for tranquility and then peace. But all of our goals are going to lead us to what we think will make us feel better and to connectivity. So, your mind, our minds, whether it's subconscious, super subconscious, or conscious, is going to get busy on that job. And to reinforce what we're trying to do, I think it would be better to get conscious mind involved. So, how do you do that? Again, I don't know what it has to do with time, but 3 to 5 minutes when you first wake, 3 to 5 minutes before you go to bed. Visualize, actually see what it is you want. This is not a time to start telling yourself, oh, that's silly. That'll never happen for me. I can never do that. Do you know how many people have achieved things that they thought they never could? Do you know how many people have millions and billions in the bank that never thought they would? Would you like to know how many people, whether it's having children after having several miscarriages? I personally know somebody personally who that happened to, and I won't go into the details, but I'm talking about things that people said, no way could that ever happen to me because I failed at this so many times, and they went to work, and it did happen. So this is not a time to talk yourself out of it. 3 to 5 minutes in the morning, 3 to 5 minutes at night. Just visualize what you want to see. And if your mind starts to argue too much, say, oh, I'm just being silly. And just 3 to 5 minutes in the morning, 3 to 5 minutes at night. Again, your mind is creating a plan right now. As you listen to this, oh, but it is. Your mind will then start to create a plan and reinforce what you want. And don't be surprised if ideals start to pop up. You're not going to hear something tell you, okay, go here, call Joe, call this number, email this person, go here. It may not happen like that. Every now and then you may get some guidance that comes through that clearly. It might come through as a hunch, just some intuition. It's something you haven't seen before, just pops up. It's an ideal, and it's your mind trying to get you from you are here to where you want to be. So be clear about what it is you're passionate about and what you really want. And, and give your mind some reinforcements. You can do positive affirmations. Just make sure they align with what you want. Do not judge it. Don't say that you can't have it. It's impossible. Too many impossible things have happened. Who would have thought Nelson Mandela would become a president, South Africa? I mean, really, who would have thought that 10, 15 years before it was done? So we could go on and on and on. And he's the one who said a quote, things are always impossible until they happen. And then it's not so shocking. It's not so shocking at all anymore. So why don't you be a trendsetter? Why don't you be someone who does what others say is impossible and do this mind work and observe the results. Try to do something different once a week. I said this on another Chisel.com channel, because we get so used to our patterns that if something breaks up our pattern, we freak out. We freak out. And if we're expecting a miracle, that's a massive change. So if little change throws us off, we can say we want a miracle, but do we really want a miracle? If the phone rings while we're doing something and we didn't want it to ring and we spaz out, can you imagine if a miracle came? So we have to be open to change. So when it comes, we can receive it and appreciate what you have now. So find and work with, so let me give an example as a Chisel.com. Let's say you want to you want to sell 10,000 copies of a book. And I'll say a novel, but it could be nonfiction. You want to sell 10,000 copies of a book by 2018. So 3 to 5 minutes in the morning, you're going to visualize those sales coming through the email, Amazon.com. You're going out to festivals, you're going to book events, you're connecting with book clubs, which is also covered here at Chisel.com, how to connect with book clubs. You're doing all of these things, and you're seeing yourself do them even before you've written a book. You do it at 3 to 5 minutes in the morning, 3 to 5 minutes at night. Your mind's going to start giving you some suggestions and some ideas. So the first thing you want to do, I'm just giving you an example. You got to write the book first. So let's say you say, I'm going to write 500 words a day. And then within 100 days, you should have about 50,000 words, which is comparable depending on margins, font size, font type. About a 200-word novel. Boom, you're done. Next, you want to find and work with a reputable editor. I highly recommend that. Self-editing, we missed too, and we start defending things in our work that really should go. And then next, I would encourage you to shop for a literary agent or a publisher if you want to take the traditional route. If you want to self-publish, then you could skip that step. But the step I wouldn't skip if I was you is working with a reputable editor. And then read and study blogs and books that talk about book marketing. You want to build a website, a blog, launch your social media sites, all that focus on your book. It is recommended that you start marketing on a new book 6 months to 12 months before that book actually hits the market, before it's released. And again, you can start the blogs, you can start connecting with book bloggers, you can start taking pre-orders on your book. And then set a goal to sell about 850 to 900 books a month. You could attend huge events where maybe 15 to 30,000 people come in at a time. Don't just sit behind your table and wait for something magical to happen. Get up, stay up, stop people when they pass your booth, go out to people, give them postcards, give them free excerpts of your book, pass out book postmarks with your book and your website URL on it. Engage with people. Remember, you're trying to hit your target. You're trying to reach your goal. So you're going to have to do the work for it. If you just sit back and just expect it just to happen, I don't know a whole lot of people who that happens. I don't know anybody who that's happened for, to be honest with you. So you're going to have to get out there and work and make those book club connections, the online and the offline. You're going to have to do the radio interviews, the television interviews. You might have to do postcards and T-shirts and get magnets for your cards. You might have the cars. You might have to ask your friends to spread the word about their books, put it on their social media accounts. You might have to build a team and all of you go out and start marketing, not only online but offline as well. Again, attending a lot of events, but you want to hit your goal. Now, if you just want to do a lot of sales, you can give away free copies of your books and say, I just want to hit that 850 to 900 a month. You could do free downloads. If the goal is not that, but it's to make a certain amount of money, then you would focus more on the pricing of the book. But that's just one way that you can start. That's a roadmap that you could use to reach your goal. If you catch yourself making a lot of excuses, you might want to ask yourself, do I really want this? Because if you do, then it won't be the excuses. It'll be the motivation and the inspiration. So I leave you again with your roadmap to success, and I thank you for joining us here at Chistell, CHISTELL.com, our YouTube channel. And I'm author Denise Turney, and I'm the author of the book Love Pour Over Me, which I hope you'll go out and get a copy of, an ebook or print form now. And please subscribe to our Chistell.com YouTube channel. Thank you, and bye for now. Remember, you are absolutely amazing.